Hello there, I am Man in Yellow, and welcome back to another episode of Road to Summerfall Fears. We're just going to do a short little episode here, probably, with 2 quick games, because then I will get all of my tiers. If I win both of them, I might go for a 3rd game, just because then it would be enough to reach Summerfall Fears. But getting 3 in a row is not that likely at this point. Unless we get lucky opponents or something. Showdown. I'm not a big fan of this map. This is another stall map. In some of these games I've been breaking the other block with Gravedigger. It just feels like getting the point early on up here is pretty nice, so maybe it is better to just destroy this block. Destroying the bottom block gives you some options on hitting the enemy hard for free though. Like you can have a Jar Cannon sit down here and it's blocked by the blocks. Sometimes it can be better. The opener is just a little bit more efficient if you do this. They are also Doomsday. Although that doesn't matter that much at this point. They could be 2 games off also. Then it's essentially the same and they could just be summoning a level 18 here. Okay, 14, that's still pretty high. It's 6 or 7 levels over most of my stuff. Also, my Ray Charges is not upgraded to kill this, which is a bit unfortunate. That makes it pretty hard to actually kill that Inoculus. I can't really go for a 2-drop here because we don't actually have a good 2-drop into them, so I think I have to go for a Stabby. Stabby into double 1-key into a Ginsting maybe. Could also be double 1-key on this turn. Put a 1-key here and here, and they can't walk double forward, right? No, they still could probably. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. I mean, they wouldn't be able to walk double forward actually. They could go double 1-key on this turn, but getting the Stabby out and going is also nice. I'm picking Stabby here because if I deal a little bit of damage to the Inoculus with the Stabby's passive, then that might actually be pretty nice. They have to bring support if they walk it up here. I think. Maybe they don't. Because they could snowball if I go all in. When they have a bad omen at level 15, that's a little bit scary. It's very scary even. That phobia is very, very powerful. This is probably the 3rd best 2-key in the game. Maybe even the 2nd best. Nah, it's probably the 3rd best. Out of all the 2 keys. Now they can't walk here, but they could walk up here and hit if I do this. Maybe I go for a creep instead, but that's not very good on this map. Could also go for a spot or a Murder Wing. I think Murder Wing might be correct. Even though it feels really odd to do on this turn. Just gotta have enough damage to kill this Inoculus. Can bank later on if we want to. The only problem with this move is that they can take the bottom point and I can't do a whole lot about it. Which is a little bit sad. If it was 1 turn later, they wouldn't be able to do that because I might block them in. But for this turn, they could actually just claim the bottom point. And I don't think I can really contest them that well. I would have to, hit it with Murder Wing, walk in here with Stabby, walk the Gravedigger forward in a way where they don't end up sitting next to each other, and then bring a couple 1-keys or something weird like that. But that wouldn't really be very good. So they should definitely have taken this point on this turn. They're also allowing me to move forward now because they moved the Inoculus a little bit back. which is nice of them. Move the stabby down here now. Which will move it in range of the Bad Omen, but that's not a big deal as long as I don't have another phobie sitting next to it. Maybe we keep the Murder Wing on this. And we just keep this up here a little bit more. Maybe I should Bachelor on this turn. Bachelor might be better here. If I debuff this, we still have enough damage to kill, right? No, we don't, because this is in a bad spot then. Well, assuming they might hit this, would be enough. And it would still have attack power, so maybe we could kill with it. Wouldn't be a lot of attack power, though. Probably wouldn't be enough, would it? No, it would be enough. These two are enough alone. It's fine to do this. They banked to 6 keys, so I also wanted to bank. Next turn we can send the Bachelor down to the bottom here. If only this was like level 7, maybe we could use it to threaten this. I don't think making it level 5 would have been enough, right? That would be 24 more damage on both of these. So 48 in total. Yeah, no, that would not be enough. Why are they sacrificing this on this turn? I mean, I'm forced to bring a Jar Cannon because they do that, I guess. That's not bad. Because they're that overleveled that my Stabby can't even kill this Razormouth. Level 16 versus level 5. It's 10 over. But we do have to kill it here, so I guess I will. That's very bad that we can't just kill it normally, though. It's not a good sign. Can't really move forward with this. Let's actually just get rid of this block for the future. It's not doing anything good for me. Can't move too far forward with the Murder Wing, then it might die. Keep it up here, probably. And still reach anything that it needs to. They can just kill this by double hitting, but it's more about them having to recap it, and also that now they have to destroy the top block if they want to use the Inoculus. Looks like they're just taking the damage on this and delaying the Terraform 1 turn, which is also fine. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do against the Bad Omen. Maybe I just, like, brony them? Sounds really stupid, though. I have 11 keys. So we could brony with a 4 key, but it's not that great. The Bad Omen is really the big problem here. If this was any other 2 key, I would feel a lot better about my position. Could walk up and hit this, then they could kill my Jar Cannon though. Although if they do that, I would be able to kill something in return, I believe, because I can bring another phobia out here alongside all of this. This can go down here. And this goes 1 tile up. Oh, if I place a phobia here, they might destroy, go in debuff. But then they're not killing the Jar Cannon, so that might be also fine. What phobia do I want for this turn? I want something that I can place here and feel good about. Might just be this. There's not really a great choice here, to be honest. Maybe it's the Miss Muffet. If they do go in, the Miss Muffet is less good, of course, but then this ends up here, this ends up here. We can pull this in, maybe, or we can poison this. I don't know. This might be the wrong choice. Maybe this should just be a Jin's thing. It's kind of hard, though, because they are that high level. 14s and 15s, that's like twice my level right now. So they're up like 20%. from the get-go. Guess they're just taking the damage, maybe. They do have a healing spa, so it's not really a big deal for them to do that. At least we are forcing them to move this back. And also the Bad Omen, so we can maybe advance slightly on this next turn. I'm surprised they're not moving this. Maybe they break and move it last, up here. Number 1 back, maybe. This moves up, this moves 1 back after it breaks. Might be the path. Maybe they're trying to set up a kill on this Murderwing. Which also seems fine for them to try and do. Okay, no. I mean, they're still setting up the kill on the Murderwing, but they're not staying close. Whoops. That was not what I meant to do. I have to move the Murderwing a little bit away. Is this enough? Yes, it is. Move slightly forward now, because these are pretty far back. And that still allows me to threaten this fairly well. I believe. Maybe these two should be swapped. Oh, they can't be swapped. Whatever. Maybe these two should be swapped. And this can go down here. But this also wants to be able to go down there. I think this is fine. Let's just see what they do. They're probably just gonna go for a big phobie. We're just using them as Muffet to kind of threaten the Inoculus. The problem here is if I collapse and I kill their Inoculus, the Bad Omen is going to completely wreck me. Because all of my phobies are going to be grouped up. And it will just get like a 2 or 3 man debuff. And that is really, really nasty. It's basically like a 2-key brony on a couple of phobies. Not quite as good, but it's close. Now we could actually go down to take the bottom with the stabby. They do this, which is interesting. Could even put a block down if I want to. Probably don't want to. I think I just want to move the Gravedigger towards the bottom. Like this. Can they kill that? Oh, they totally can if I put it here. It has to be 1 tile further back then. Put this here and this up here. That should be about the best I can do. They might be able to kill this with just a snowball, to be honest, with how high level they are. I mean, level 13 snowball, how much is that? It's 12%. Oh, not 12%, 12 times 3. I think they can actually kill this. But I can't really do anything about it. I have to take a point back. It's 36%. So it's 420 times 1.32. Just 550 or something like that. No, they can't actually kill it, I don't think. I think they're slightly off. Unless the snowball is super high level. If it's like level 18 or 19, maybe they can. But they're gonna boomer in front. But if we destroyed this, hit, full kill. Maybe they keep the Bad Omen back here. That would be a big mistake if they do that. They should move it forward. I don't think they moved it forward. Oh, they moved it behind. Never mind. They did move it. I think we have to break this block, right? Because hitting the boomer is just useless. Can we actually kill this? Does this pull up? Does it pull down? Okay, it pulls this way, which is nice. This is not enough damage though, is it? Oh, it is. That's very good. then. I think I just hit once with this on that. Then I move back, maybe, so I don't get hit by as bad of a debuff by this. That's probably the correct move. They're going to hit, big debuff. I'm going to hit, move away. Hit with the jar cannon, maybe. Seems like that's how it's going to go. Maybe I can fly in with the Murderwing and finish it off. They'll take the point with the Boomer. Still have 9 keys though, which is pretty rough. Maybe they'll go for a kill instead. They can kill this with the Snowball, maybe? Actually, I don't think they can. Probably like 30 or 40 damage off, depending on the Snowball's level, of course. The debuff is really rough though. Makes this deal 100 damage and this deals 0. Still have the poison, of course, but still. What? What are they doing with this Boomer? Oh, maybe they're just debuffing from up here so that I can't hit with the Gravedigger? No, apparently not. I was incorrect. Okay, you know, they are doing it up here. I can poison this, but it's just gonna be healed by the Spar. Because for some reason this stall map has a Spar on top, just to make it even less, like, playable. Which is a bit sad. But we're just forced to back off here, obviously. You look at the stuff that both players have. We can only go for 1 phobie here though, which is a bit sad. This obviously hits there and runs away. This wants to run over here, right? Actually, maybe it can also run here, and that's perfectly fine. I don't think I want to kill the Boomer because it pulls me in. Would end up with a dead phobie. We just want to put something big out here, like a Jin Sting maybe? Maybe it's a 3-key. Spot, maybe? Wish I had Minotaur for this. Flail? Let's go Flail, actually. Flail does pretty nicely here. Even if they have a Snowball, I think it's decent. It might be wrong to go Flail, but I want to go for a 3-key so that I can still bring a turret later on. Maybe this should just be a 1-key instead of the Flail. I don't think Flail is that bad, though. Also, keeping that Boomer alive is actually good for me, because it can't take a point here, so it's just taking up a unit slot for them. They have to send the Bad Omen back, which means they can't kill my Gravedigger with the Mount Crushmore, so I can take a point with the Gravedigger and then go for a turret. That is kind of my game plan right now. And then we will play around the turret with Miss Muffet, and we will try to kill the Crushmore. And this is kind of forced to retreat because it's poisoned. I mean, they could kill this, but it doesn't do a whole lot for them. And they have to actually use all 3 hits. They're going to lose a lot of phobies from doing this. They can't even kill the Gravedigger. And we could even summon something from the vault now. This just gives my Gravedigger something to push off. I guess they are playing Cassowary to prevent me from just doing that too easily. Do I spot here or do I creep? Spot is like more useful in the long run. But also I'm going to lose a phobie in just a second, so maybe it's the creep so I can go for a 1-key. My game plan of bringing a turret is kind of out of the game now, but it might not be a bad thing for me. Oh, we're not doing this actually. This is not good. I do think I want this though. I think I gotta move away with some of these. And then we block them with the this Muffet here. So they can't go for my Murderwing with the Cassowary and Mount Crushmore together. Which means they can only kill the Gravedigger, but if they do that, they will end up losing both phobies and then the game is over. They can still bring 2 1-keys, but I don't think it will be enough at this point. All I have to do is wait for my creep poison to be up along with the Murderwing Monty. Then I go in and I poison them at the same time as I fight them. They just lose. And I also have a pull to try and kill them with. So I have to be careful that I don't just kill one of their phobies with the pull here. Because I totally could if I like pull this one in and hit it with everything, it's totally gone. You can maybe even keep the cassowary from being able to jump while killing that, actually. I don't think they realized that I have this Muffet up still. Now we can just do this. Get rid of it. Do have to do it with the jar cannon, which I think dies, doesn't it? I could also do it with the Murderwing. Yeah, this dies if I do it with that. Definitely don't want to just let it die. That would be bad, I think. So instead I'm going to tank it on the Murderwing, and then we are going to place a block in front here, so that the cassowary cannot get any value. Now it cannot kill anything. I guess they can kill the creep if they go all in, but that's the only phobia that the blue can reach. So now we have definitely won this. We're just keeping our low health phobias alive in the backline here by tanking with these two. That bad omen was really scary. So, but it worked out. Miss Muffet being insanely good again. Other than Gravedigger, it's probably like... I guess Gravedigger and Snowball. Outside of those, it's like one of the best things that you get for free. How close are we now? Oh, we can actually do it in 2 games. Because we got 11 or 12 points. Even with a 50% win rate, I would still get there. Eventually. Because of that, we're being boosted a little bit. Okay, they go Maggie turn 1. At least it's not the terrible Murderwing opener that everyone is doing. This is a little bit different. The Murderwing opener is so bad, man. I don't know why people keep doing that. Do we just get a turret out early on here? Could I actually also go Jin Sting? I just don't think it's enough with the stim, right? No, it's not. If I had a Daisy, maybe I would go for that. I could actually go for Murderwing here. I think Murderwing is almost always terrible on this map as an opener. But against specifically Maggie, it's actually fine. Because against Maggie, you can kill it instantly from the stim pad. Because of how much damage you get as a boost. That is still level 14 though, which is pretty scary. They could summon their own Jin Sting, put it over here, then I can't kill the Maggie. But then I'm just gonna have to turret and bubble up. Excuse me? What? Are we throwing away a Maggie? Huh? Like, what is that supposed to do? They just traded their Maggie for nothing. Like... How do you even make that make sense in your head? Some of these players, man. Like, this guy should be, like, at 1,000 points if this game was all level 1s and, like, a decent ranking system. That is horrible. Like, that might be the worst player I've seen this year. Just throw a 2-key away to deal 400 or 500 damage to a 1-key. Like, what? That makes absolutely 0 sense. Do we go Gravedigger here or do we bank a bit? I think I want to bank for a... What's it called? A 4-key here. So I think I'm going to go double 1-key on this turn, which means this Murderwing should sit 1 tile further up, I think. Then we can go for... Do we go Bachelor or Contortio? Probably a Contortio angle. Assuming it lives against this, it does live against the traps. We shouldn't be unit locked because I'm assuming that they will probably kill this Razor Mouth. Although maybe they don't. But then that's also fine. At least they're forced to move back. They also have to bring a ranged phobia on this turn, otherwise we can just walk up and hit this. Now we can't do that anymore. But I'm just going to move my bow up here. Ginsting is actually smart because it kills the Razor Mouth very easily for free. Here. Going to move this up here so that we can get it near the stem. And then we will just like throw the Razor Mouth way far in the back so we can take a point with it later. I think. Could move the Contortio up here. Actually, I kind of want the Murderwing somewhere like this, I think. Even though that's pretty odd. I'm not really against just sitting back and banking for a little bit either. As long as I can throw away a 1-key later on, it should be perfectly fine. And they are forced to move back with the Huffy or bring another phobia here. I guess they can go on the stem. That is a play. But then they have to go in with this, which I believe just dies, right? I guess that is a equal-ish trade, though. And maybe they bring a 5-key here, like a Hevo, and then back this up behind. Then this might be a decent play. Maybe I should have held a phobia on the stem pad. Moly bully. That works, I guess. I'm still unit locked. And this Razor Mouth is pretty useless. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to keep the Razor Mouth alive. Oh, I actually have to hit with my Murderwing also on this. Maybe I have to move this back, actually. Can I move this a tile back and still kill? Is the question. No, I cannot. I have to double hit this. I'll move this in here, I think. Should this go up here? No, it probably shouldn't. We'll move the Razor Mouth in front so they can't kill my Murderwing as easily. They're definitely just killing my Bowmangles. Here. But then we can bring a large phobia, so that's like somewhat fine. Double hitting this, double hitting this. This almost one hits my Murderwing. That's pretty scary. Why are they not just hitting that? They can just double hit this, or one hit it even. Then put a trap down, I guess. They probably already have the trap there, but they can put another one down. You can get a hit on one of these things. What? Isn't that dead if they do that? 700... I feel like that's probably dead somehow. There's gotta be a way to kill that. It's a bit scary with the sheep behind, I guess. But still. We hit, we hit. We hit again. We move this back up here, maybe. If we can. We have 3 unit slots, so this should be possible, right? Somehow. What is the best choice here? Ginsting, maybe? And a Hevo? That's not enough, though. We only have 6 keys after that one. Is this enough? We poison that? No, this doesn't seem to be enough either. It's pretty hard to kill, actually. I think I'm just going to Hevo. And just rely on the poison for this. And then we send a Benny towards the top here. And this is fine. We could have killed it if we stayed down here with the Murderwing. But I don't think that's worth it. That's losing too much to the Sheep AoE and other phobies hitting. The Murder Wing is actually quite valuable because being able to move around is very good. Looks like they're valuing their Moly Bully. So that's nice for me. That means the sheep is not very valuable for them here. Next turn we probably sacrifice this cowbell so that we can bring a 5 or 6 key. Maybe a 4 and a 2. Depending on what is going on. The nice thing here is that the Hevo is really good against their phobies. We can kind of just walk up and hit the sheep and gas if we want to. Really? Again, can I not kill that? I guess I can, but then I have to go all in with everything. Is that worth it? That's 14. I think I can kill it. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's just try and see how much damage this is. This might be a slight amount off. Because they're so high level. It is not off. It's actually a little bit over. 100 over. Now they kill the creep with this. There's probably a trap here. This dies. This goes and takes the point. We're down all of the points, but we still have a decent amount of heart health. Can move over and try and take this point maybe. Oh, there's no trap here. There's probably a trap up in front of this then. Don't know why they would trap there instead of under the cowbell. Yeah, they just have to take the point. It's always happening. Otherwise they can't make the Huffy be relevant. I mean, this is a pretty simple play. I don't know why they can't figure it out. Either you take the top point with the Huffy, or you double hit the creep with the, what's it called, unicorn, and then you kill the cowbell with the Moly Bully and the bloat. Or not bloat, what is it called? Huffy. Bloat is what you want against this. Not really, but it's that little guy. Do I even have him on this account? I don't think I do. Nope. It's a little dimensional guy. This is the kind of guy that the Phobies balance team balances the game around, by the way. And what I mean by that is he is playing terribly. Goodbye to half this team, I guess. Can I kill that way? I cannot, so I have to just double hit it and take the damage. This Murderwing is a little bit in trouble. This is going to kill it alongside this. I guess that means I should place a big, strong phobie there. Something that hits hard. Is it just a monkey? Monkey. Could also be a Boo Fairy. Monkey time, I think. This Wiggy one hits this, right? Yeah, oh, I mean, this is damage, so it definitely does. Question is whether there's a trap under this. I don't think there is. They didn't place a trap, right? No, there isn't. I think they double hit last turn. They did. The only thing they can do here to win is to try and hard rush me. They have to try and hard rush me. But if they try and hard rush me, I think that's also going to be fairly decent for me. They definitely kill this turn. Or not. Why are they not killing the Murderwing? I guess they're afraid of the disease, maybe? That would be my theory. They brought like 10 times the melee phobies that they're supposed to, by the way. Melee phobie, melee phobie, melee phobie, melee phobie, melee phobie. There's like 5 or 6. That is not how you're supposed to play the game. Can we kill this? I think we can, because we have everything on the Murderwing. Then we also kill this down here. And then we can also take the point, which is the important thing. And then we want to immediately claim this point up here. So they can't go up there with the Snaky and do something funky. I don't think that would work out, but just in case. Now this is definitely over. Like, this is way too much melee, and they also just gave me 2 keys at the start of the match. There was no way they were winning from that point on. I mean, they could win if they played well from that point, but that's a sign that your opponent is not going to be playing well when they do some shit like that. Like, that is complete nonsense, I think. There was no point in half of that. Plus 12. Okay, we're actually getting decent amounts of points. Well, if I win this next one, I will reach Sum of All Fears, so I guess I will try it. If I lose this, I will end the episode. It's Showdown. Will it be the final showdown? That would be nice. This time we're going second on this map. Would be nice if we had gotten a good map on the last one. Of course, I'm not guaranteed to win, so this might not be the last one. Unless they're AFK, then it's very easily the last one. Am I just being gifted the last one because they are AFK? That would be a pretty weird end to this. I think if they are AFK, I will do another game. Just... okay, no, they're not. Just to, like, be fair. Yeah, this is level 14. This might not be a very winnable thing. I think since they're level 14, I'm supposed to put my Gravedigger one tile further down. This way they cannot hit me with the snowball on this turn. If I put it out here, they can actually just walk up and hit me. And I end up taking damage for free then, which I don't like. Again, why are you opening Snowball though? Like, hello? What is the point here? What do you accomplish with this? People love going Snowball way too much, especially on small maps. I don't think there's a single small map in the game where a Snowball is the optimal opener, to be honest. That is just not what this phobia is made for. People just have a complete obsession with it. Also, either this guy is thinking really hard or he has an internet connection. He's taking a very long time on these turns. There might be an issue with his internet or something. The play here should be pretty obvious. You go creep into the Gravedigger and you go for a 1-key, or you go for a turret. Or maybe you go your own Gravedigger. Any of those options. Looks like they have internet issues. Or maybe they're faking it. Some people do that for fun, as like a meme thing, where you will fake being AFK and then suddenly you hit your opponent with a Hevo plate from the vault. I have seen that before on my main account. Yep, I don't think they were AFK. I think they were just letting the turn run out for some reason. Also, immediate erratic right after a Bomangos is pretty crazy. Like, you must really not like a Bomangos being out here. I would just move in here. Go for a creep. Actually, we probably put the creep further forward, just so they can't move double up with the erratic without being poisoned. The creep is just a decent little phobia here. It can zone the erratic early on, and then when they have a bigger team, we can either go for a larger AoE poison, or we can go Brony and just disable them. Why are they healing it? It's not damaged, man. Like, what? Why is he there? I'm not sure I really get that. They have more than enough damage to kill my creep though, so I have to step a tile back. Which is unfortunate. We could also play for a Klepto strategy here, where we go down here with a Klepto since they have not brought a Gravedigger. which would be pretty fun. How do I move these? Maybe up here, down here. This is still slightly damaged. Do I just brony them? I think going Sheeping Gas here is a throw, because they actually have enough damage to just insta-kill it with these 3 phobies alone. That doesn't seem like a great thing to do. So the Gravedigger should probably be here. I think I'm just going to bank a little bit more and figure out what to do here. It might be a brony game, because they do have quite the high levels. And they also have a large phobie supported by smaller phobies. So that is actually what you want. Still don't think their opener and general game plan was great, but this is like a decent setup. 1 big phobie, 2 small fast supports. It's often what people do on small maps. You bring like 1 slow high step thing alongside with some good stuff. If they like Le Shovel, I was about to say if they Le Shovel here, this looks very strong. There it is. We could get a bit creative with like a brony play. Problem is, I kind of need brony plus something. And I don't know if I have the time. Maybe it's better to just like Alien and try and kill it, but that's so hard to do. I just don't have the damage for that. It might be a 2-turn brony thing. Or 2 ability brony, whatever you want to call it. Still can't hit anything. We can move forward with this. Brony goes here. It debuffs all of my own phobies. That's not great. Is there anything better I can do? Put it down here. Break the block maybe. Instead of breaking this. Move out here, debuff them all. I think I'm gonna go for that instead actually. Let's not break the block. On this turn. I think I like that strategy a little bit more. Hopefully they bring a phobie here. Like a 2 or 3 key. That isn't bad omen. They probably won't bring anything. They shouldn't bring anything. They want to go for like a Klepto next turn or a bad sheep or broodwurst or some huge nuke phobie. They're moving forward. I don't know why. Do they not see that I can brony them from here or something? The good thing about the brony is that if I do this correctly, I will only debuff my Gravedigger, which is nice. And we can even put a poison on one of them if I want to. Although the poison is a bit weird, because then I can't really move my Bone Mangles forward as well. Also, they still kept the phobia out here. They could have gone for Smiley if they had that, which would have been rough also. I want to poison one of these undeads. So I think I'm just going to do that here. We will move the Bone Mangles down towards the bottom. Maybe we do it on the Murderwing, because killing this erratic is not going to happen anyway in the next couple turns. I have a full turn debuff on them, or full team debuff on them, with only our Gravedigger being out. This is fairly decent. This should force them back. And we get the poison on this. Then maybe we hit them once next turn, probably not even once, and we just back off. Wait for another brony. Bring a giant phobie to play alongside that. That could be our game plan. Zero damage. It's very nice. I put it on the healing spa. Okay, I thought they were about to do that. That would have been funny. Just throw the undead on the healing spa. Classic heebie-jeebies play. Yep, that's the Klepto. I literally called it several turns ago. That's very expected. Obviously. Now the great thing here is they actually have to use the Le Shovel ability if they want to kill this Razormouth. So I'm just going to put it up there at the top and be perfectly happy with my position here. This seems fine. I could also try and rush their heart, but I think I'm going to wait for another Brony turn. If they use the shovel ability just to kill this Razormouth, it's extremely good for me. So that would be nice. They may just let this live. They may just let this live for a little bit. Looks so funny whenever the healing spot just turns off. They're going to walk down twice here with the erratic, I think. Or not. Really? They're just hitting this. Then I kill this. This is really rather weird for me. Definitely kill the Murderwing with my Razormouth, I think. Just so that it can't do anything. Although I could just move away from it. That also kills it, so maybe not. Maybe I just hit the Klepto with my Razormouth. Just have to make sure that I don't go in range of it. Okay, they're moving it out. Now I can't do anything against it. I think I'm supposed to just double hit this and give up my Bowmangles, actually. Which is rather odd. Because this deals so much damage to their heart, and we can just go high five then and turn them all off again. Play for that kind of thing. That actually means that my phobies are, like, fairly valuable. So I am going to move them a little bit back here. Along with the Razormouth even, I think. To try and keep him alive. Maybe these two should be swapped, actually. I think the creep is better down here. Obviously, they have way more power on the board now, especially since I'm giving up my Bowmangles for another couple damage. Might not be correct. But it's fine. Let's try and see if this works out. We could also bring something other than the high five and instead go for a... What's it called? Like a flyer, like a pterodactyl that can sit here and always hit the heart so they can't somehow move me away. The bad thing about high five on this map is if you place your high five here, they can always Finnegan it if they have 2 keys, which is rather rough. They live with 1 health if they use the basic ability. That's pretty annoying. I mean, they're obviously going to use the ability though. And we're just going to keep running away from this so that it dies to the poison. I can't even go near them. They're just going to take this point. This is the turns where we're going to fall a little bit behind on the board, but that's not really a big problem. So we put high five here, maybe. Doom, 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 doom. No, because we have to place our phobies in a way where this Murderwing can never hit anything. And we also have to stall for this. This is actually a pretty weird position. Definitely break this block. We have to stall for our Brony here, I think. Could also just be wrong to go high five, but whatever. YOLO, I guess. Yeah, this is fine, right? We have enough health that they can hit us for a couple turns, even if they are very high level. The problem here is they're probably taking the top point and going all in on my heart. Maybe they can kill me before I kill them. Our Brony can walk out next turn. We just have to make sure it doesn't die, and then we get a ability off, and then we can probably win. We also have the poison coming in here soon. So bringing the Murderwing down, oh not the Murderwing, the Cassowary down here is pretty weird for them. I guess it would live actually from the high five plus poison for a turn, so it's not that weird. That's not very good for me. I don't know if they'll do that play, though. What? That's a flyer. Were they trying to get a hit with it? Maybe. That is a complete waste of LeShovel's ability, by the way. Like, absolute, completely terrible use of it. But I am not complaining over that, obviously. Let's see, how much damage do they have in total here? They have enough that they can kill the Brony if I put it there, I think. They can't kill the high five, though, which is all that really matters. The poison seems so bad when I do it that way. Maybe we actually... If I do this, can they kill it? I should definitely do the math. 6, 12. This is, what, 11? So that's 23. So yeah, they could definitely kill it if I do that. Do this, can they kill it? 11. 6. 12. 5. I don't think it dies here. Just to be sure, I'm going to block them a little bit. Wait, no, that can't go there. It has to go here, and this has to move up. I didn't move it up. This Gravedigger being back here is very bad, but outside of that, this is perfectly fine as far as board positions go. Our entire win condition is just to bring this high five to the heart. Are they going on a kill for this? I have to double hit here. Walk up here and hit. They definitely can't kill the Brony. If they kill the Brony, I just kill them with the high five. Ooh, they're going to kill this and take the point. That's actually a very interesting play. Because I can't claim this point up here then. And they might kill me with panic point damage. This is a great play from them, but it's mainly possible because I didn't move my Gravedigger, which is very sad. There's a boom? Also, can we even... Yeah, we can Brony everything, except the boom. But it's a little bit bad, because it also Bronies all my stuff. I don't think... Is there a way of preventing me from Broning all my stuff? There is, but then I take 700 times 2 and I die. So I can't do that. I think I have to just play for the after Brony effect here. By doing this play. Now they will move this towards my heart though. But I will have a 1 key ready for it. I think this probably becomes a win. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this play is bad. I think this is a win though. 700, they get 2 times 4, but I can block. They don't let me block, I can kill it. This should be fine. All I have to do is move my high five to their heart, because the Brony effect wears off on me before it wears off on them a turn before. So I can just kill them if I have enough damage on their heart here. All I have to do is make sure they can't take panic points and that I can kill this down at the bottom. And I can always block this boom if they... What's it called? If they don't do this correctly. So we only have 1 turn left and they have 2 turns left. And we just have to block the boom, which we can always do in this position. They are correctly keeping that safe, which is smart. But we just move this one back, kill the cassowary with our cowbell. And then we block the bomb with the Brony and we run this over to their heart, I think. That's 2000 damage. We run both the Gravedigger and that over to their heart, actually. If we just run everything to their heart, I think we win. I should definitely do the calculation to make sure that is the case. Because if this isn't the case, then I'm gonna lose the game. Guess we'll see, because I don't really have another play either, though. How much damage is this? in total. Let's see if we got it. This is 1,000-ish. This is a little bit more, so this is definitely lethal. We won the game. Unless I'm missing something. Am I missing something? I am missing something. I have to stay here. That was almost really bad. Does this mean we win the game then? I'm not sure if it does, actually. Is this enough damage? It probably is enough damage. I'm pretty sure we won the game. If I had moved the creep there, I would have lost because they would have just taken the point and I would be dead. So, it's a good thing I didn't do that. Almost got a little bit too excited. But next turn we can hit them with both of these, which should be lethal. So we just barely win. This is actually a great game for the last one. Even though they didn't play that well, it ended up being pretty exciting. We are like one hit off dying here from the panic points. And we are going to kill their heart next turn with these from the Brony and High Five. This is very cool. This is why High Five and Brony is a really cool combo. You should turn the opponent off and then you just like run at their heart. It's way better when you're high level, by the way. If you have very high levels, then this combo becomes insane. Because High Five kills the heart in like 5 or 6 hits instead of being 7 or 8 hits. So you can just straight up murder people in a single turn if you do it correctly. I do believe this is enough. Even if it isn't, they actually placed themselves in a way where I believe I can take the bottom point. But this is always enough, right? Yeah, it is. GG. That was a very exciting last game for this challenge, I would say. I might play more on this account, just because I really enjoy playing with Brony. But there we go. Sum of all fears 1. Well, that was 3 wins in a row, so we just straight up got there. That's very nice. That was a very exciting game, I would say. The last one. The other two were kind of weird. This was just like the worst player I've seen in a long time. And this one was essentially just Miss Muffet going crazy. They were all like very high level though. So overall a good last video for this. Again, I might do more if people actually want to see more videos for this. Then I will do some more. Maybe I'll try and reach Sum of All Fears 3 with this account. That would also be kind of fun. Depends on what people want to watch. I might make a poll for it or something like that. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, especially that last game, because that was really cool. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.